Just kidding. Error. He wants the first blood for himself. As they do manage to find themselves the action down on the bottom lane. Top lane CS. Unison fan not finding too much actually at all. As Tiger's been able to do a good job of forcing him away from the lane, so not taking over the lane as the Enigma would hope for. The mid lane though, I mean Chessie, he's coming out on top of this match. I mean, is this going to happen between these two areas? I feel like TA should do fine against Rubik, right?
It's all about the first couple waves. Rubik can just spam Fade Bolt, as you see, and
but don't you just use Refraction, and then you still have good CS,
yes,
right
once
click?
you get like level 3, level 5, you power spike.
Okay.
But Rubik can win the first couple waves. It'll equalize, especially when the TA hits level 6, and then Rubik can't really play here anymore.
And Rubik doesn't get harassed that much, considering he's a range hero with the side blades. And Rubik's base damage is actually really high.
Yeah, especially with the double null.
Alright, yeah.
You can see, picked up.
Yeah, I mean Chessie's crushing it.
He's doing okay. I wouldn't say he's crushing it. He's up like 3 CS.
4 CS.
TA's up a deny though. That's a quarter CS right there. Yeah, you can see this is where it starts to get tough as Rubik, because you're not able to harass anymore, and you can see how much harder TA hits with that refraction active. My goodness. Yeah, Morphling though, having a completely free time. It's one of the dangers of putting an Enigma up here. Sure, the Enigma Shaker will, like traditionally you want to be laning those heroes against something like a Terrorblade. Morphling threatens much more so, and has just easier time lasting. So yes, sure, you're denying every archer, but you're getting complete and utter free farm under tower, and that means that your axe is now free to stack, to rotate, and to do what we see here, just getting aggressive.
Try and find Mickey, but the call's going to be there with the control and a hand scan. And that is not a kill. You'll be able to walk towards and claim. TFT trying to bring down Mickey.
Look at the amount of denies on Morphling. That's 15 denies. That's 100 gold for you. So one part of the extra raid band. And you can easily snowball. You're going to build probably into 2/3 raid bands. But I like the build. He's going first for Morbid Mask, just so that he can sustain in the lane and heal off all these units.
Yep. Just once again goes back to look at the Alliance lineup, right? They've got my favorite combination of cores. 2 heroes that will survive through sheer brute tankability. Morph, of course, with the attached escape mechanisms, and then another one that's more of this mobile assassin type. And it just makes it incredibly easy for your supports to play. Whereas you look at the lineup of TFT, who actually goes in? We've talked about this a lot. These big blink initiators like Earthshaker Mag, you hate being responsible for the initiation. You want to be able to be that next guy in. But they don't have an entry fragger. So they have this massive teamfight lineup, but with no real centerpiece that you can base your positioning around. And I think that's going to hurt them once we get to these Roche Pit clashes.
Back to you, OD.
Back to you, OD.
One lane Frost is falling behind in farm in comparison to these other lanes. That Alliance are just having much better timing up top. 38 CS on Morphling compared to the 24 with his PA. Not been able to get any denies either, as he's just having to rely on the daggers to find last hits. So it is going to be a slow start once again for the PA, but they do have ways to set up and catch kills for him once he has the 6 and has at least a little bit of a damage increase with that. Hopefully from RNG boost with the coup de grace. They have catch, they have control. If Hanscan can get good lockdown, they can trap someone in with the PA. Maybe have to find Frost a few kills to keep his gold going up, and on its way to catching back up to the par that the Mickey Morphlings money will be at.
There's some really nice spells to steal for Rubik this game. They're gonna have, let's say, Axe Call, level 4, with his Arcane Screams to last longer, or Centaur Stun.
Whoops. Chessie comes in with a rotation, is able to catch out Insania as he was heading over to this area.
With the stolen refraction.
Make Making those moves. Top room will go the way of Quofa. Is able to pick up the double damage room.
Alright, so I'm getting a word from my boy JJ. Hoof Stomp with the level 4 Rubik Aura. Stuns for 4 seconds.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Okay.
Make it taking a lot of damage himself
Pretty
here.
deep here, trying for some
Where's
sort
he
of kill,
going?
I guess, but he is out of there, diving past the tower.
He didn't buy his Wraith Band either. He lost gold.
Oh no. Not the Wraith Band. Smoke up from the final tribe. Seeing if they can catch that Grimstroke. Lift him up. Pick him off.
So the thing, TFT have a lot of playmaking. They have a lot of catch.
Yep.
But the thing about the Rubik versus TA matchup is that once Rubik hits level 6 and he can't die. He just steals the refraction. He can also steal the trap, which is going to be great against Alliance's lineup if they want to go for Roche just to scout it out.
Top hands can. He's going to be able to control Tiger, make sure that he's not going to be too much of a threat for Unison Fan. They brought Frost in as well, off the cover of the blur. He's going to jump forward on top of Mickey. Mickey still with the waveform back, will be fine for now, but Tiger's in trouble as hands can blocking him off. The control once again there as he keeps himself away from the Berserker School. They have to use the Stampede to get Tiger and Mickey to safety. They'll take them away from this top lane, but TFT in position to push him with the Eidolons and pressure and potentially take away this tier 1 from Alliance.
It's a really nice move. You want to try and group up around your strong hero, specifically the one that can allow for tower pressure, and that's what the Enigma is in this game for TFT. So yeah, it's a big rotate, but there's no other pressure that they need to alleviate around the map. Alliance is going to hit that mid tower a bit, Koifa's TA, but you're going to have a quick TP back in from Chessie. It did do a lot of damage, though, while he was missing. A lot of vision the Dire side can play with in the enemy jungle, but in order to utilize it, they want to be able to actually get into that area. Will be tough. TFT is going to look to play that top side Dire jungle now that the tier 1 tower is dead.
And TFT wants to set the tempo very high. Well, they can't really if the Rubik is dead. Rubik, though, he'll live, especially with Hanskin teleporting in. He's got a Fissure available.
Wow.
He'll use it to steal the last hit.
They spent a little too long trying to go for that. You can't really rely on the silence too much at this point. It's only 2 hits to remove the bug.
Ooh, Tiger.
So Rubik's always going to be able to turn around.
Taking quite the beating.
These kills up and down the map, TFT. Still
They can pressure tier 2 tower on top as well. They have a Siege
Mm-hmm.
Creep, they have a Satyr as well. And I love the build on Rubik. First item, Yule Scepter. So he can keep himself alive. He can't really die.
Again, I love that the Frost PA is up here with the Enigma. Yeah, he's not the strongest hero in the early game, but with that double Wraith Band treads, your dagger leap in does pack a bit of a punch, and he's just not safe in the bottom lane. You don't want to be against a Centaur as a PA. That's real rough. Just have the Shadow Demon go down there. He'll finish his 6, thanks to the wave that was so kindly dropped off at his tier 2. Now, bear in mind, the 3 cores on Alliance are all top net worth, but it's a different type of game. You don't really have a BKB piercing disable for the Enigma. And that Midnight Pulse pure damage will stack up on these strength heroes. Oh.
See?